My friend Dottie recently made a video about her favourite quotes and I liked it so much that I decided to copy it in its entirety. Here's a collection of quotes that I love in no particular order. Love is taking a few steps backward, maybe even more, to give way to the happiness of the person you love, said Winnie the Pooh. I think that one's self-explanatory. People need room to breathe. In a TV interview that Carole King did in 2015, she was talking about her incredible career, and she means so much to me. She has done since I became a huge Gilmore Girls fan. And she was talking about being bitter or holding on to grudges, and she described herself as a plant, and she said, and I quote, "I am always reaching for the sun." And I think that's a really beautiful quote to live by. If I was to get another tattoo, which I won't, I would get that just tattooed on my face. I think it's a lovely idea because I picture this plant as being very aware of its environment, as plants are. So you're not tunneling yourself off, you're not blind to what's happening around you and the problems in the world and the darkness, but you're seeing that and being aware of that and choosing to grow upward and to catch the light. I've attributed the next quote to my mother. I know that she did not write this or make this up, it's just something that people say, and it's something that she's often said, and she says, "If it's meant for you, it won't go round you." Meaning that there's no point having regrets or being angry at yourself for not following certain patterns or saying, if I didn't do that, this wouldn't have happened. It's a way of dealing with bad news and bad luck and badness, just by saying that it was fate, essentially. Maybe there's a higher power that made it happen, maybe there's not, but either way, you could not have avoided it. It was going to catch up with you eventually, and yeah, don't regret it, move on. If it's meant for you, it won't go around you. Antoine de Saint-Exupéry, excuse my pronunciation, the French author of The Little Prince, wrote that if you want to build a ship, don't drum up the men to gather wood, divide the work and give orders. Instead, teach them to yearn for the vast and endless sea. Teach them to yearn for the vast and endless sea. Oh, I love those words. I love those words so much. I love that quote because it reminds me of the good teachers and the good leaders I've had in my life. And it's definitely the kind of person I want to be, not necessarily as a teacher, but that's how you should inspire people. It should never be through fear or through dictatorship or through boring practical things. It should be through love and inspiration. Now I'm thinking about Moana again. I'm going to start singing. Let's move on. There are so many quotes from Stardust that I love. So many so that I had a Stardust reading at my wedding instead of a traditional reading. So Neil Gaiman wrote that you have to believe, otherwise it will never happen. Simple. Watsky's song Monday 4 AM got me through many's a university related crisis or life crisis when I was at university. It's my favourite song of his, and in the chorus he quite simply sings, raps, whatever. It's almost 4 AM, Monday in my room again, got a crazy vision of a dream escaping from my pen. It's a really pumped up song. It sort of inspires me to work, it inspires me to write. That song is about making things happen. He also says that you're listening to this song but I'm working on the next one, so it's about working really hard because your dreams don't make themselves come true. I love the idea of something escaping from your pen because it means that it's been there all along and it's been pent up, and sometimes inspiration strikes at 4 AM on a Monday and you gotta follow it. Like Dottie, I'm also going to quote 21 Pilots but a different song. So from the song Semi-Automatic, when the sun is climbing windowsills and the silver lining rides the hills, I will be saved for one whole day until the sun makes the hills its grave. I don't know if you're the type of person who dwells on things at night just before you go to sleep, or if you're the type of person who can't sleep or who wakes up in the middle of the night, the type of person who has nightmares, or someone who has insomnia and walks the halls at night. But either way, I think the night is a very different time to the day. I have definitely made outrageous decisions and decisions based on self-loathing and anger and fear very late at night, and then suddenly I wake up in the morning, I have breakfast, I have a shower, and that just seemed like a whole different brain who was thinking the thoughts of the previous night. And with light comes lightness and clear thoughts, and the daytime is so much easier. And in that song, that distinction between night and day, between yourself, between your personality, it's a lot more exaggerated than what I'm talking about. I think that song is very dark and very sad, but I just really like the cadence, and I just really like the simple words that he chooses, and in 4 lines manages to sum up that feeling of when the sun comes up, it will be okay. To me, it reminds me to make decisions when the sun is shining, because that's when I'm at my best. Because I'm a plant, reaching for the light. Full circle. There are many more quotes that I love, but most of them I like to keep to myself. I hope these were interesting, or maybe even useful. Who knows? Have a nice day. Goodbye.